I wanna say happy birthday to you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Celine. Decided to take a Zumba class. Zumba is no joke. That is besides the point. Today's video is all about living from the wish fulfilled. That's what it's called. Living from the wish fulfilled and living in a detached state of mind. What I have realized after looking at different videos and just hearing people talk about this whole attraction, zodiac type of different things, is that when you focus on yourself and you live from your state of feeling, things happen for you. Don't know if that makes sense right now, but I'm gonna insert a whole bunch of different videos here for you guys to understand what exactly it is I'm trying to explain or express. I'm not a professional in this area, so I'm just gonna share it with you guys.
So I found that one of the best analogies for this is one I came up with. Let's just say you have your phone. So you're tossing it up like this. And look, you can do this in your sleep, no problem. Now, what if you have this phone and you take it to a mall and you hold it over a 6-story balcony ledge and you try as hard as you can to just, your heart skips a beat. Your palms get sweaty. You might actually mess it up because it's so much pressure there and drop the thing. The chatter in your mind switches from I'm bored, let me just do this for fun, to oh my God, I can't drop this thing because if I do, all my contacts are in here, all my logins, it's $1,000 that I'm gonna be out to replace it, and I can't live without a phone. Even though it's the same exact act as this, when you're over the ledge, the importance of not dropping your phone in that scenario causes you to get nervous, to mess it up, and to lose all the ability that you had all along, which is just the same act. People often wonder why they get in their own head, why they care so much what people think, why they can't seem to get a good relationship or attract someone. It's because you're placing what you want over the 6-story balcony and you're trying to operate like this. I'm gonna launch my YouTube channel, I can't mess it up. Okay, I'm going on that date. I hope they like me because they have to be the one, otherwise I'm gonna be single alone forever. I really need this job, otherwise I'm gonna be broke and have to take out 3 different loans to pay my bills. I'm not making light of any of those situations. What I'm saying is that when it's so important, it becomes a negative self-sabotaging feedback loop. What detaching and letting go from outcomes does for you is it takes your phone, whatever you want, and it places it back down here and it says, you know what, if this thing doesn't work out, I'm capable of finding the next person that does, of finding another job that does. Hope that makes sense in real practical terms.
I think the best way to find detachment and find not self-love, because that's such a broad spectrum idea, but to find self-acceptance and to find self-confidence and just to detach from that really anxiously attached lifestyle is to let go of the person whose love you're trying to win. It comes from somewhere, it always does. It's daddy issues, it's mommy issues, it's some kind of issues. For me, the number one step, and I think the biggest, most pivotal thing, was trying to let go of my father liking me. Growing up as a kid, you want your father to like you. You want your parents to like you. I know you know what I'm talking about, and that wound of wanting to please people, wanting to get people's approval, wanting to have affirmation from people and confirmation from people comes from the fact that, say your father, in my case, didn't see you, didn't witness you. I'm not saying he's a bad person, I'm sure he has his reasons, but he was in my life until the age of 5. When my parents split, he wasn't interested. I don't know his reasons. He had me very young. People in Eastern Europe did at the time, so he might be a person who wouldn't act that way now, but at the time he did. And as a child, that computed to me that I have to win some kind of man's affection. And that's not, I literally didn't think of it that way. I didn't think I've got to win some man's affection, but I thought I've got to win someone's approval, someone's affection, someone's attention. And it has to be a person who I guess isn't interested in me intrinsically, just like my dad wasn't. And then once I win their approval, they'll see me and I will have won the approval of that person who didn't see me. And that's not literally how you think of it, but that is how you try and soothe yourself and your brain.
In my experience, whenever I detach from any situation, whether it be personal, relationship, financial, or otherwise, it heals eventually, and even quicker if I am actively working on it from a place of detachment. And it'll always come together in a way that is beneficial for all parties involved. We have to understand that though, yes, everyone is pushed out, which is a very controversial topic, that is not an excuse for you to control others or to get attached to the situations in your life. I have learned that you have no control if you are part of the picture. You need to remove yourself from the picture so you can control your place in it. I was raised hyper religious. I'm no longer religious anymore, but I do like to take from the lessons that were hammered into my head as a youth and redefine them, because there is gold in it. You can be the storm, but don't let the storm get in you. I love that. And whenever you have found yourself in a crabby situation, that too shall literally pass. So it's not you. It's just an occurrence that you're observing. It's temporary. It is not the definition of you. If you can view these circumstances in your life as nothing more than temporary weather, then you'll find it far more easier to detach yourself from them when things start going sideways. And you know what? Bonus points if you can find it in your heart to detach from the perceived good in your life as well. Because you know what? People will love you and then they may stop. And it may hurt because you got attached to that love. You got attached to the love that they were giving you that you weren't giving yourself. Which brings me to the solution to this issue, or at least my solution. You got to love yourself. You've got to control yourself. You've got to validate yourself, accept yourself, and prioritize yourself.
How to detach. And I don't care if you're trying to manifest a relationship, a specific person, money, or something completely different. This will absolutely be the missing piece that you've been looking for to help you take your manifestations to the next level. It's very simple. It's 3 steps. You need to know what you want. You need to focus and align again to the wish fulfilled of the thing that you want. And what's the 3rd step? Does anybody know? You need to let go. We need to understand principle number 2 is you do not get what you want. You get what you are. Attachment is the reality. And let me show you what I mean. So this is the reality. On a universal level, nothing has more value than something else. All the value that we perceive is man-made value. A lot of people doing is that they end up affirming millions of times about the thing that they desire, which actually puts them into a higher state of attachment. It doesn't help you detach from the outcome. It doesn't help you detach in the sense of getting back to that neutrality energetically.
So before we end this video, I wanted to share with you guys a message that someone sent to me, because I was having a difficulty expressing a disappointment without a rage or an anger coming behind it. It's the most simple, common sense answer of them all, but when you just don't know, or when you're unaware or unsure, you just don't have the answer. I didn't have the answer, Sway. But this person shared a message with me, and it says, as you acquire more knowledge, you may develop the tendency to become egotistical and condescending. Nevertheless, it is still nice to be kind, compassionate, and forgiving. We all make mistakes. Draw your boundaries. Let go of what does not serve you. Embrace what does. Judge less. The real work is having the patience and the right attitude in these situations to soothe your anger, and be gentle but firm in expressing your disappointment or wishes. Ooh, that part was just like, oh, I like that. Be gentle but firm in expressing your disappointment or your wishes. I like that. You guys, be kind because it's the right thing to do, and you will always feel great after. But firm if you need to be. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Let we go. When he rum, tell you you's a big dancer.